Look, I've written here poop shoot and mellow yellow, just because there was some really nice.
Cursive?
Are you high?
No.
Were you high last night?
If you are to repair the orb, you must find your way off Prime and home to Elysium, the land Bethany has been banished from. To do this, you will need a ride, and Bushu thinks he knows where to find one. So it is that you find yourselves walking down the Narrows once again, this time to see a horse about a man.
Okay, everybody be cool, alright? Now, look, I'm tight with the guys in...
How cool?
What? Be cool?
How cool do you want us to be?
I want you to be cool like the...
Hey, dude.
Pull it back from there. Pull it back.
Pull it back.
Yeah, from there.
Okay.
That's, yeah. Yeah, definitely tuck your fingers into your armpits. That's cool. That's a cool move for everyone to do. All right, everyone, fingers in armpits.
As he says this, he's been busy dodging gift patrols and now stands in front of an old and weathered tenement. His fist knocks a complicated code on the door. And after, it's not that complex, really.
Have another go at how complicated that could be.
Guys, David's knuckles are bleeding. You can't
Really
see behind
hurts.
there. Yeah, it's oh Jesus. Okay.
That's the beginning, and then it
This
goes
is Dave's
into
audition
kind
for the
of-
Blue Man
Ice,
Group.
please.
And then it's like...
Need some ice. And some
then
gauze.
it's kind of like
And the
a
final
walking
step-
bass line.
No, it's the drum solo from In the Air Tonight, you know?
Oh, yeah.
And the door swings open, revealing a gloomy corridor as Bushu looks at you uncertainly as if he's made a terrible mistake, and then ducks down the corridor, leaving the door open for you to follow.
Be cool. Hands in armpits.
We're walking down the corridor like this.
I feel like I'm about to sneeze. Am I allowed to retrieve my handkerchief from my person before I would have to keep my fingers in?
What did I say about being cool? Handkerchiefs are not cool.
Oh, I'll just do a snot rocket
All right,
then.
guys, look. Now this is a high-stakes situation, okay? So just keep it under your hats and just let me do the talking.
As he says this, he ducks under a curtain, which is pulled aside, actually, you can see as he goes through until it is opened by a suited imp who stands at attention by the side of the door, a slightly frosted tray of drinks to his side, and through the haze of the room, you can see a large round table and a bar. Dominating the bar is a huge portrait of dogs playing poker, and underneath it, you can see indeed a poker game of sorts is in progress, but the creatures around it are not all dogs, although some of them are. There are, you see what looks like some imps, a couple of fey creatures. There is a cat sitting on one of the chairs, and also probably a large white horse in the room as well. All of them sitting furiously in front of their drinks, staring at the cards in front of them.
I don't think we have ever encountered a dog in one of your adventures
You think
before,
so?
Dave. I'm racking my brain to try and think
Wolves.
of a time any character ever had
A talking dog could
or
taught you
there
how
was
to
a
read,
dog.
Filge.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, but we never met that
Yeah, but
character.
we made that character up. That was
I
my
made that
prop.
character.
You think I've got something against dogs?
I just think people just don't seem to have pet dogs in fantasy D&D.
Well,
is that
there is
true?
a dog here, although he may not like to be called a pet. In fact, you can see as well, inscribed around the bar are runes in an arcane script that you can read, Bethany, that says, "The familiar is still free." There's a bartender in short sleeves and waistcoat polishing tumblers behind the bar.
Is he
I
a
just,
dog?
I just pictured you, Dave.
It's me. He looks a lot like me. Otherwise, the room is heavy with cigar smoke. You taking the dog character?
Oh, yeah.
Tell us about this dog.
Women wet, boys!
As he says that, he spits down 5 cards, and you can see that he's got 3 of a kind.
He's happy. That's okay.
That's his tell.
He gave it.
Spectral arcane mage hands appear and scoop the chips from the center of the table and put them in front of the dog, who has a healthy pile in front of him, as all of them look up from the hands, now concluded to see the strangers that have walked in.
And Bushu's gonna sidle up to the table I guess did somebody leave after they got beaten by the dog?
No, there's no seats here, but as you get closer to the table, one figure does look up, which is an owl who's sitting on a plump velvet pillow.
Your head turns all the way around. Animal stuff, guys. I'm in my element.
The owl turns to you and says, "Well, this is a character we've met before.
What?
Bushu D. Bjorn. As I live and breathe." Why don't you take the horse? I'll take the owl if you want to take the horse.
Where do
It's the part you were born to play, baby.
where do I recognize this owl from?
This is Hedgeschmier, who is serves at the pleasure of the morning prince and the morning king and queen in the Eladrin leaders of the Feywild.
Does Bushu get like Hedgeschmier?
No, if you remember, you two are something of rivals in the court.
Oh, right. Oh, Hedgeschmier, you old piece of shit.
I haven't seen you since that unfortunate business at the morning court. It was rather the end of your career, wasn't it?
Look, I'm on a sabbatical, working on some projects.
Well, you know now you have the pleasure of introducing these friends of yours, I assume, to Hedgeschmier the Wise, chief familiar, imperial of the Morning Court, and personal familiar of Oberon, planeswalker of the Feywild.
Okay, well, that's cool. I guess I'm happy for you.
Do you want one of my business cards?
No, I don't, but I want you to say something wise.
A stopped clock still tells the time.
Okay, I don't have... Anyway,
once a day.
Deal me in, okay. Well, that's a common saying. I wouldn't call that wisdom.
You think that's common? I came up with that. If you heard that, that's
you
because I
think you said that
invented
the
it.
first time?
I invented
No
that
way.
saying.
You are a shit talker. Yes, Bethany. This is my cool friend, Bethany.
Doesn't a stopped clock tell the time twice a day?
I don't like you.
This is my
I don't
cool-
like your
Just because-
friends.
Well, look here. Are you going to play this hand or what?
This isn't my game. I am here, as all of us are, of guests of... And what is the horse's name? Now, the horse, just to be clear...
Have we met the horse before?
We have not met the horse. The horse, however, Bushu does have a background.
He's a very powerful horse.
The horse is the personal steed and war horse.
Wait, don't tell them yet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, but
Well,
then it's going to
tell
make it
them yet.
difficult for...
No, it's going to be good though. All you need to know is this is a very high...
It's a powerful
It's a high horse.
It's a high horse.
Okay. Do you have a voice in mind you want for this day?
No, you know what? You go. You're nuts.
Does anyone in the chat have an idea for a voice
Well,
you want to do?
that will slow us down, and you've said that you can't see the chat.
No, but you can. So I was
Sure.
saying that. If anyone has a suggestion for a
Scooby Doo.
Yeah, everyone's saying Scooby-Doo.
Is everyone saying Scooby-Doo?
It's going to take about a minute to
Oh, we're not going to
Alright.
know?
Sorry. All right. No time for that. Then I will do... I'm going to do...
Actually, Texas. I heard Texas.
I'm doing a voice as...
Texas.
I already decided on... I'm like Central European therapist.
Yeah,
Okay.
but the horse's
nice.
name is Texas.
Okay.
Is it?
Yeah, that's a good name for a horse.
Tex for short? All right.
Yeah, Tex.
That's
yeah.
really like BoJack Horseman vibes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bushu, come here to, I guess, play cards with us or something, yes?
Yeah, Texas, I'm here to play cards. You've taken me all for all that I have.
Now, hang on, Tex. This was supposed to be a private game. I thought you said you were going to keep the quality in here. I don't want any rabble off the street.
No.
Hey, Hedgeschmier, shut the fuck up, okay?
Oh, you're going to just let him talk to me like that?
Yes.
No, let's come on, let's...
I'm good for it.
Oh,
I've never lost a game in my life, and I don't
No,
plan on
that's-
losing today.
You have lost many games.
Okay, but none that I remember.
If I recall, you lost a rather important game last time you were at this table. You couldn't pay, and you promised never to come back if we'd let you out with your hide.
I don't remember that happening.
That's not the
Raise your hand
comeback.
if anybody here remember that happening.
Every single familiar puts their hand or hoof or paw up in the air.
Keith kind of reads the room and puts his hand up as well.
Well, now we've gotten that out of the way. Who wants to deal me in?
Okay. What game would you like to play?
Well, I like to play a game where the stakes are high.
And do you have steak, I suppose? What are you wagering?
Might I suggest something?
Yes, absolutely.
Perhaps you could wager your life with us.
That was what I was going to
Fucking
say.
come on!
if we're playing,
What are you
Twice in a row?
Edgemere is like, this is a friendly game. No, we've never taken anyone's life. That was a bit of rapport.
We meant literal stakes.
Look, as a familiar, I think
Fuck's sake.
you know, Texas, that my life is not mine to give. Or is it now?
Hey.
What?
None of that, my friend. I understand you are familiar, but we are not slaves, and he taps the bar.
Okay, whatever.
Here we are free. We do not talk of those that we are bound to. You know the rules.
Sorry, dude. Sorry.
The bartender leans over and says, "Yeah, all right, you know the rules. Any more talk about this, you'll be out of your fucking ass, mate."
All right, sorry, Gary.
He looks like me, but his name is Gary.
Yeah, Gary. Yeah, Gary Harmon.
I like the sound of this guy.
Yeah, that's right. My name's fucking Gary Harmon, all right? I don't run a tight ship here. Now, who ordered a margarita?
Drink.
Are we gonna order drinks?
I said, I am thirsty, Harmon. I'm cool, so give me the coolest drink you have.
Oh, you want a cool drink, do you? Yeah.
Cool, I'm so cool.
Well,
I can drink anything and I won't even pull it face.
Well, this is a cocktail that I won an award for.
As he says that, he pulls out a single martini glass. I don't know where this is going.
bronze at the Australian Podcasting Awards.
Australian Cocktail Awards. This fucking cocktail won bronze. It was beaten by, I think, Tony Martin's cocktail, and also, I think Dan Illick's cocktail beat it. And frankly, I'm disgusted with the whole voting process.
He takes the martini glass, swirls it with ice cold water from a crystal blue lake, presumably, puts it down, and then slams the bar as up spins a small compartment desk full of little shelves and accoutrement, little straws, some olives,
we start
lemons.
with one jig's worth of peach schnapps. Are you allergic to peach schnapps, lady?
No.
Good, because that's the first bit. Next, it was 30 mils of cranberry juice. I hope you're not allergic to that either. Huh?
I'm not allergic, but thank you so much for checking
Okay,
it.
good. Now it's 4 peanuts. Are you allergic to peanuts?
This is the risky bit.
Plopping 4 peanuts in
4
there.
peanuts,
I'm not
cranberry juice and
allergic.
peach schnapps.
I'm not allergic, but it is a choking hazard.
Okay, finally, just some gluten. A spoonful of gluten.
In an MSG rimmed glass.
Makes the medicine go down.
And it's garnished with a little dusting of heroin.
What's it called?
Are you allergic to that?
It's called the Gary fucking Harmon is what it's called. I'm the best GD fucking bartender at this side of the bar.
As he takes that, he takes the entire martini glass, drops it in a blender glass and all, and then pours it into a wooden mug.
Yeah. Here you go. That'll be $48.
$48. Earth currency
$48
dollars.
Australian dollars in 2020 currency. If you can't pay, then you can have it for free.
I can't pay.
Well, congratulations on your complimentary drink.
I slam it down, looking cool.
Make a Constitution save. DC 15.
Death by glass.
Roll 13. Roll 13 or higher.
Okay, I will.
you
I don't know. I don't know. What my
That's why I just said roll
constitution
13 or higher. I did it for you.
is. I got a 4.
Okay, what did you say that you wouldn't do?
Be a liability?
Those peanuts really were
Yeah.
a choking hazard.
You get incredibly drunk and start having an incredibly good time, Bethany, as I think this is the first alcoholic drink and probably the first heroin you've had since your huge drug episode 4 days ago.
Yeah. Bethany's
Woo,
back.
I'm back, baby! Anyone want to hear me sing? I got a really good voice. Is there a piano in here?
Yeah, I guess there's a piano over there at the corner if you'd like to.
How many episodes do we have left of the
2
season?
episodes.
Yeah, including this one?
Texas,
Including
Yeah,
this
okay,
one.
cool.
Texas, I accept your wager. My life or your life, but I get to pick the game.
I mean, I see no reason for me to want to live, so of course.
All right. The game is Dungeons and Dragons. What games do we have that we could play?
Poker. They're playing poker.
Oh, they're playing poker.
They were all playing poker. No, I've got a way of doing poker. Yeah.
Okay, deal me.
But that's not what you don't. Your life versus Busha was not come to kill. Just because Hing wants to kill you doesn't mean you need to answer violence with violence.
Don't be sucked into.
Don't play his game.
All I want is an audience with your master.
There is a hiss as you say the M word, and all of the familiars turn to look at you stonily.
Can everyone calm the fuck down, okay? Stop hissing.
So, that one's a snake. That's a quite outraged familiar snake.
Oh, sorry, Jeff.
His name is Sir Slips-a-Lot.
Sorry, Sir Slips-a-Lot. I know you like big... Oh, what is it? You're hissing a lot. Hey, you look
That's a
good.
very good snake.
Oh, thank you.
So
Sir Slips-a-Lot. Sir Slips-a-Lot is the personal familiar of Officiarch Herkin, who is the administrative, bureaucratic leader of crime.
All right.
Yes.
And lives in the Shard Citadel.
Are you familiar with Ouroboros? It's where I suck my own dick.
Okay.
Look, Sir Slips-a-Lot, we said if you wanted to stay and play, you were going to be cool. Now, are you going to be cool?
No, I'm sorry, I'm cool.
No more of that.
I'll stop the self-suck.
It's just the thing that when you suck yourself, you touch the cards with that same bit of your body that's been inside you. So it's a bit
I don't have hands.
unhygienic.
So the cards go in my mouth.
Yes, and we already said everyone else is using mage hand, so I don't know why you've got to lick them all, but...
I said I was sorry.
Well, you just don't sound sorry, to be honest.
That's just how I sound.
You sound a bit sarcastic.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yep, that's what I'm talking about. All right, look.
Texas, name your price to take us to him who will not be named.
Don't ask him. It's traditional for you to offer a steak and for him to refuse it or accept it.
All right, my steak is an all-you-can-eat year membership at Sizzler.
What?
Sizzler, it's an all-you-can-eat, it's unlimited.
It's Mahadi's restaurant.
Oh, yeah, at Mahadi's, yeah, Sizzler.
Well, don't mention his name.
Sizzler.
It's...
What?
Also known as the Sizzler Park in Infernal Rapture.
Oh, okay.
Okay, with disadvantage, make for me
Oh, I gotta try
a
and...
persuasion check, DC 19.
What's my... Oh, wait.
Your charisma, your
My
sorcerer.
charisma's good.
Yeah, you add 4 to it. Get 15 or higher. You got an 8.
No, it's not good.
I don't... No, I don't feel particularly persuaded by this. But I will say that if your friend would like to sing a song at the piano, perhaps a song about, I don't know, does she know Wonderwall?
I mean, to be clear...
You want a piano version of Wonderwall?
This is not...
Hey, Wonderwall!
This is, to be clear, not enough.
Wonderwall!
It seems like they want Wonderwall. This is not, however, going to be your stake. You're going to need to offer something a little bit better.
I mean, no, if you would like to play Wonderwall, you just sing us all. If you can prove to us that you know all the lyrics to Wonderwall, I'll let you meet my master.
No, he won't. He absolutely won't. But
You need to know all the lyrics to Wonderwall and sing it.
no.
You know what? I'll give you advantage on your dice roll if you know all
You could use... well, he would...
lyrics to Wonderwall. I'll be charmed by you.
He might possibly be charmed, yes.
What about if we
I mean,
give you...
don't Google them or anything.
Of course she's going to Google them. That's exactly what she's going to do.
I'm
What
not.
if
Look,
we-
my hands
okay,
are up. I can't Google. All right, I'm in non-Googling position. I haven't
Wonderwall,
Googled.
and we'll give you a good brush down. And an apple.
I will be
and
charmed
some
by
hay.
you if you know all the lyrics to Wonderwall.
All right.
Even if you know the first verse.
I believe in you,
Yeah?
Bethany.
No,
You can do it.
Do it.
But Alex knows it, but Bethany wouldn't know.
Thank you, Alex.
Let's
That's
sing a
it.
song about a wonderful
So
wall.
she's gonna sing a song that she thinks is what Wonderwall is.
Perfect.
Great.
Sing Wonderwall.
Wonderwall. Okay.
Today is gonna be the day that I'm gonna throw it back to you. I'm talking about a wall. I'm talking about a really wonderful wall. Oh, this wall is so great. You can do anything It can give you a smack. It can give you a ring. It's a wonder wall. The wall is really great. I think it's so cool. Wonder wall.
Now this seems as good a time as any to plug our next Christmas show, which is a live show and it's a musical show.
Yeah. Tune in for tracks just like that one.
I want to be clear as well that in the corner of the room, another sort of Time Lord who's sitting there suddenly turns and looks as he gets a phone call from some kind of sending stone. It's like, have you heard? You got this the new song? Do you have any
Cousin Marvin.
This is Noel Gallagher, time traveler, and he looks just like, no, I've got fucking nothing. Let me tell you.
Okay, no, this is a good game, but perhaps was not the song I was looking for. You know, but
Look,
you know.
it
I mean,
seems.
you can do a performance check, I guess. See
Oh
if
yeah,
it's
that's
charming.
true. Performance.
I'm very soon. I'm going to put you in the DM chair, Hang.
Let him do
and
it.
I'll do the NPCs.
Great.
And
And
what
I'll
you're
do the
doing
song.
is your backseat DMing.
Okay.
Now the look, I'll make it very simple for you. What we need, we're playing from high stakes here. Magic items, deeds of title, promises that cannot be broken, that must be kept. If you have something like that to interest us, then I suppose we could make a deal.
What if I put my potion of heroism on the table? This will make you feel so good.
The horse looks at it, sniffs it, and then smashes it to dust in front of them.
That was rude.
Oh.
Obviously, I can't drink that now.
It's going to have to be a little something better than that, I'm afraid.
Oh man,
This
you.
is what we call a useless potion for fuckheads.
But just because you can't swallow it down, you can't tilt your head back long
There's
enough.
no way for me to get the stopper out.
You can't even do it. I don't understand how you hold your cards. How about my ring of the ram?
Do you still have that?
No, I don't. I don't think I do. Can you take it away?
That would be a good thing.
All I've got is this, the ring of spell.
You might still have the Ring of the Ram. Is there a
I
reason?
don't know why would have unless
Mahadi took it.
Mahadi took it off me.
No, Mahadi let you keep all your magic
Yeah, I'll give
items.
him the ring of the ram.
So you-
This. Look, your cousin's on it.
What?
It's a
Oh,
ram.
That's so racist.
Is that rude?
yeah, this is very rude.
I'm not
Say,
helping.
what's his
Okay, I'm
name?
sorry.
Equine.
I'm trying to come in tough here.
Bovine.
Irvine.
Don't we have to say that he doesn't have fingers to put the ring on?
Oh, that's true. Also, yeah.
No,
Look,
this is okay.
What do we have? What do we have to-
No, it's okay. I will put it through my nose.
oh, that's cool.
Make a persuasion check.
It's a nose ring.
Uh huh. Oh, that, you don't with no disadvantage.
No disadvantage.
Oh, I rolled a one. Another
Okay,
one.
I will take this ring.
I think we're going to need you to sweeten the pot, is what he's saying. The
Okay,
ring is fine, but you'll need something else.
What else have we got?
Oh, I have a.
I've got that ring from Mahadi,
What's that do?
Oh, let's see it.
the emerald one, the one that we used for the
The
portal.
teleportal one?
Make an Arcana check for me for the horse.
The Mick and Roddy portal.
The 16 after all.
Mick and Rory.
This.
What am I
No.
rolling?
So, we are Tex made the roll, and you recognize it. And Tex looks at you, and he says,
Ah, yes, Pickle Rick. I'm a very big fan.
"There's no magic left in this. This bound the familiar once, but it's all spent up. I need something with juice."
Oh, man.
Oh, I have a helm of comprehending languages, which
yes.
may come in handy for someone as well traveled as yourself.
I have been to Europe, yes.
Here, try it on.
Sure.
See if
I'll
it
put
fits.
this-
Hey, try it on. Oh, you look
So you take
good.
you take out, just to be clear, a helmet that fits
Just try and just.
How does this look? Yeah.
like a horse wearing a metal top hat.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, you look so cool.
I enjoy the films of Amelie. Oh, no.
Two is
In this world, she's a filmmaker.
2 magic items is enough. So
Okay.
that's just the pot. You haven't lost anything yet.
Oh, okay.
So the croupier
That's the buy-in.
comes back and with his little tray, and you place the helmet, the ring on it, and Tex is summons another mage hand, which flourishes a quill on a piece of paper and writes a short contract promising an introduction to Tex's master.
Right.
And the tray is put in a colosh and taken away.
A galosh?
Yeah, a colosh. Isn't that what it is?
Bless you.
Is that a
A big metal. Big metal.
cloche.
a tray
Cloche.
with
It's not a cloche?
No, cloche.
It's a
It's
cloche?
French for bell.
cloche?
How do you
It's like
spell it?
CLOCHE. It's like a bell-shaped.
Cloche.
It's a cloche.
Okay, all right. I'm sorry.
I'm not thinking of galoshes.
I think I maybe was thinking of
That's
galoshes.
Or the
Or a
German
Kalashnikov.
beer, Kolsch.
Or grolsch.
Oh, Grolsch.
Or
Yeah, that's what I was
Kolsch.
thinking of. Kolsch? A Kolsch is a kind as well.
All right, okay.
From Cologne.
Now, I think the way we will do this is we'll do dice.
With cards.
Poker dice,
And
no.
chips.
Hey, D&D Beyond is working.
Hey! Well done, D&D
Well,
Beyond.
look who's come crawling fucking back to
How are we going to play this game? Who's good at cards?
No, well,
Not
this,
I.
we're going to do this. I was looking up the rules for this. You could do poker with dice with 5d6s. So,
What?
Yeah.
I need 5d6.
Now, I've got 5d6 here.
Okay.
So we're going to do it one at a time. The way that this works is you're making poker hands. Now, you can roll the dice 3 times.
Should we roll d12s?
No. Poker dice is done with d6s. Now, you want to make a good poker hand. You want to get pairs, 3 of a kinds, 4 of a kinds, or straights.
Yeah.
And you can change dice, but once you lock dice, they stay locked. Does that make sense?
This is Yahtzee.
It's like one round of Yahtzee. Yeah.
Okay.
Now, do you want to go first, or do you want Tex to go first? As the guests, you can choose.
No, please, take it.
All right, here we come.
Roll a 5.
I roll 5.
Yep. All right.
Yahtzee.
We'll lock 2 of them.
Okay. So now you can roll as many as you want again.
Oof. And I can only roll as soon as I've got 2 5s. Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to roll 1 again.
Okay.
Wait, how many rolls do I get?
We get 2 more rolls. 3 in total. Yeah, 1 more roll if you
4.
want.
What do you think? Sit or spin?
I don't know how to play cards or even dice cards. so don't ask me.
Two pair is not bad. 2 pair is.
Oh wait, it's 2
So
pair.
4, 5, 6. Is that
no,
it?
you should know that 2 pair is very good if you're a fucking loser.
all of the familiars laugh. The snake is sucking
Oh,
himself
I
off in
didn't
the corner.
realize. I didn't realize that I was trying to make 2 pair. He gets 3 rolls.
No, but you got 1 more.
All right, I'm
Your
gonna make
full
one
house
more
would be
roll.
better.
I'm gonna make 1 more roll.
2 pair.
2 pair.
6s over 5s, which is aces over kings.
That's free. It's not a bad 2 pair.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Hing.
2, 2, 3, 6, 3.
That's 2 pair, 3s over 2s.
So if I
But
can roll a
that's
'2
not
or a
enough.
3 in the next 2 rolls on this, I'll win. 'cause
That's
I'm a full
correct.
house. Okay, so we'll do that. 'Cause otherwise it won't
Everywhere
really-
you
damn
look,
it.
every smile you see.
That's a 5. I need a 2 or a 3 on
Hold
this.
on.
Otherwise you lose the bet.
Yes!
And the cards come down 2 pair.
You have bested me today in a game of cards.
It's more of a game of. It's a game of skill, not chance.
Well, I suppose in that case, the introduction is yours, unless of course you'd like to stay another round and double your odds.
Show you a thing or two.
What?
Well, I'm afraid we don't have time. But thank you for your
don't have time.
hospitality.
I don't have time. I'd love to stay. I would love to stay.
I'm sorry, did you do gambling like this
No,
character I've heard
no,
of?
I don't know. I don't.
It's a different Eden
It's
character.
different. But I do like a tipple. I do like a little flutter. Anyway,
While this is happening, Bethany, can you with disadvantage and Kit with just normally, can you both make for me perception checks?
That's a 6.
Bushu, you're busy in the game, so you don't make one.
I'm busy playing poker.
That's an 11.
Okay, you suddenly hear a door slam behind you, and you turn and you look, and you see that one of the imps that you hadn't seen has left the table.
Hey,
I follow them.
So you're going to leave the room?
Yeah.
Hey,
I'm
okay.
Okay, yes.
I'm gonna
Hey,
sneak out.
Texas, not to be.
Make for me a stealth check.
Not to be a sore winner, but it'd be super good if you paid up like right now.
Okay, no, I can introduce you to.
No, right now.
Like right now.
Now, is this the point where we can tell Hing who Tex is introducing them to?
No, I think we keep it. We've gone this far.
I mean,
He doesn't. It's not a need to know situation.
is this not a need-to-know
No,
situation?
I don't think so.
I like how you're talking to Dave in Bushu.
I think it'll be much more satisfying if we just go and do it.
All right, you want to take them?
Sure, yeah.
You do the introduction. Now, Bethany, you made a stealth check for me. What did you get?
Do I need to do it with disadvantage?
Yes, well, you always do. You always do your stealth checks with disadvantage
Because of
because
your
you wear
armor.
full plate armor.
Oh,
Clink,
right.
clonk,
Okay.
clink.
Then I got a 7.
A 7. You look, the door's already left, and you sort of sheepishly come back into the room to see that the horse has left the table and the others are about to depart. Whoever it was, it seems that they're gone now.
Okay. Well, I just follow the other guys.
Bethany, we leave. Okay, all right. Let's. Hey, is there a back way out of here, dude?
Yeah, you can use the trapdoor onto my seat if you want.
What? It's right under your seat.
Yeah, crawl underneath to see what happens.
Can I see? Is there a trapdoor?
There's a horse-sized trapdoor.
Is it just full of horse dung?
Bizarrely, it actually has a fireman's pole, and you're quite curious to see what's about to happen.
Look, I've never. You first, please, Texas.
You've never seen a horse go down a pole like this before?
No,
Take a picture, it'll last longer.
He sort of jumps up on his hind legs and then wraps his legs and his arms
A kid
sideways,
get on it.
flexing his powerful flank and shoulder muscles, and then just spins gracefully down the pole.
Yeah, I took a pole dancing class or whatever, yeah.
As he disappears down out of sight.
I was Mr. Pole Dancing in my old house.
It's all you can hear, and a graceful whinny as he disappears.
We all need a hobby. Okay, let's go, team.
Okay.
Is everybody going down?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Hedgemere looks at you as he leaves and is like, well, I guess this is goodbye.
Yes, it's been lovely to see you again.
You don't mean that.
I don't, not at all, not one little bit.
Yeah, stay the fuck out of here. I'm Gary Harmon, and the bar's closed.
And all the animals go, aww.
Sorry, we ran out of business. It's been a hard time.
Ran out of
I've been
business.
giving away a lot of free drinks.
So the last alcohol in the building was the alcohol that you used to make your Gary
Yeah.
fucking
The
Harm.
Gary fucking Harmon.
Look, I really thought that award would get me over the line. But unfortunately, business has suffered since everyone started going to Tony Martin's bar for his fucking cocktails. Anyway, this is Gary Harmon signing off. And he hits stop on his podcast record.
Crash star transition, and the Beef Babes are traveling through some of the liminal tunnels around the Prime domains, deeper and deeper into the core of Prime. Make for me, if you want, wisdom checks, all of you.
Oh, let's test that wisdom.
Natural 20, baby.
Not you, Tex, you know where you're going.
Yeah, I rolled a 1.
You don't know where you're going.
I'm fucking stupid, yeah.
You would know a little bit of this.
3.
You've lived, obviously, your entire life in Prime, and you realize that you are traveling far too deep into Prime, that you are getting out of the area shared by the 9 Prime domains and into the central hub of Prime, which is known as the Shard Citadel, that compound that is controlled by the Officiarchs and the Planeswalkers themselves. As you continue to go deeper and deeper, you arrive at what looks like a kind of porthole flanked by Gif, who snap to attention and salute Tex as he canters up to them.
Oh, good evening, sir. Yes, good evening, sir. That's the 2 gifts.
All right, nice.
Great.
That was their entire. Do we want to hear more about these characters?
Sure.
What's their opinions on their jobs?
Well, you know what I always say, a good day's work makes me happy to be here. Oh, yes, me too. I fucking love this place. I love who I work for.
Are they making out?
So don't tell anyone you didn't catch us.
Fuck's sake. All right, as the 2 gift hold each other in a loving embrace, the door slides open and Tex saunters through, and you can see giant, huge tapestries depicting the history of Prime, the 9 known worlds, and the Shard Treatise as you walk down a long gilded corridor which opens into a vast central sort of cylindrical room. Kind of quadrangle in the center.
Wait. A cylindrical quadrangle?
I'm not doing. Okay, it's not 9 sides to it. It's a deck. It's a nonagon. A nonagon.
Nonagon.
It's a not.
A nonagon.
It's a nonagon.
Hey, why you never call me? You're so hungry. You're so thin.
A nonagonic
Nonagon.
3D structure. A nonagonic prism.
Nonagonal?
And in the central space, which is flanked on every side by 2 columns, holding aloft giant marbled balconies. Each of those balconies have huge tapestries behind them depicting one of the 9 known worlds. This is a place, a very sacred place in Prime. This is the center of the Shard Citadel, where the Council of Planeswalkers meet and at times pass judgment on those that have violated the
This is the
Shard
center
Treaty.
of Prime, I guess.
This is the very center of Prime. All of those balconies are currently empty and the room's lights are at half power. The area seems sacred, devout and mysterious, and sitting on a low bench with his back to you is a massive figure in shining silver armor, so brightly burnished that even in the low light it still glimmers, polishing on his knee a colossal great sword. With his back to you is as, despite the sound, which is quite obvious, of Tex cantering slowly up, who walks up until he's standing at his side and then whispers something into the figure's ear, who puts his head up and spins around. And none of you need to roll to recognize one of the most famous figures in all of the 9 known worlds. It is Sir Omric Gladstone, Lord Castellan of Elysium and Planeswalker of the Blessed Fields, who I thought, despite the fact that he is a very powerful challenge rating 16 figure, it would be fun for you to play him. Now, a lot of people were critical about last time because they thought that you had...
Because they're fucking cowards.
No, they
Us
just...
soft fans can't deal with a little bit of the harsh reality of the mean streets of Dungeons and Dragons.
So, and there were indeed people on the Discord who said that perhaps you shouldn't be allowed to play any high-ranking characters again. But I think that you have... I think it's
get your own Dungeons and Dragons podcast.
You had an opportunity to learn, and I think that you're only going to work out the balance by doing this again. And the characters now we're at the end of the story are high-ranking characters that we have set up for years now. And if you remember, we've met Sir Omric Gladstone before.
Right, now if...
None of the beef babes have, the dragon friends did.
Right, for people who, for viewers who perhaps don't remember this
Players who may not.
character.
I remember it because I think I had a child when we did this one.
So do you want to just quickly run us through who this...
Because I legitimately
Yeah, what are
didn't.
some
I
of his,
legitimately don't
what
know.
have some of his catchphrases, or what did
Was
his
this like the
voice
court
sound
scene
He was,
one?
yep, he was.
Okay, I was not here for that one.
Sir Brian, we said Brian Blessed. My name is Tom Walker. Played him
I
originally.
don't think I know who Brian Blessed is.
Really? You don't know who Brian?
Oh, bro, he's the Birdman in Flash Gordon.
Flash Gordon's
I don't
alive.
think I know what Flash.
He's Grandpa Rabbit on Peppa Pig as well, if that
He's
helps.
the king in
No?
Blackadder, the first Blackadder. He's the new
He's
king.
gonna be in the new
I'm gonna be
season
honest,
of
when I grew
Toast
up,
of
I
London.
thought all British comedy sucked, and I never watched any of it because my parents were into it. I quite like Mr. Bean. Is he like Mr. Bean?
He was in it. There was a
He's like the
period drama.
opposite of Mr. Bean.
I can't remember which one it is, but there's a period drama that Cunningham always made me watch where he throws up his hands, and his hat falls off a cliff, and he goes, "This is not England." So if
It's
that
Blackadder.
no, that's not. He's a big tough. He's no.
Mr. Bean.
Is that the only?
No.
Is that the only English person you can do? A man with no chin? This is not Brian Blessed. Brian Blessed is a big, shouty man with lots of teeth.
Do you want to watch him? Do you want to watch me make a sandwich on a park bench?
Okay.
And then
Okay.
sneeze and.
This will be good for the podcast. This will be good for the podcast.
Look, he needs a lettuce spinner, but all he has is a sock.
Yeah, exactly. It's pretty good stuff. It's pretty good stuff. Hang on, give me the voice again.
Yeah, so he's like, my name is Sir Omric Gladstone, Lord Castellan of...
Yeah, that's good.
You know,
Yeah, it's
King
it.
Rob from Game of Thrones?
It's not just. Oh, okay, right, okay. Oh, my boys.
Close enough.
Yeah.
Fucking
Very
close
good,
enough.
very good.
Oh, and you as well. Oh, this is just.
It's getting banknote.
Yeah.
Do you know his catchphrase?
It's
Before
less than
banknote
it just-
existed, his catchphrase was, "I'm widely regarded as a good boy."
Oh,
Really?
that
Yeah.
is it.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think if you just don't put your head into the back of your neck, you'll probably be in it.
Yeah.
All right then. No, that's just bad news.
It's banknote, but
Make it fatter.
Fat banknote.
Make it
Fat
fatter.
banknote.
Fat note.
All right. Now, who amongst you would like to break?
Oh no.
He's so much fatter than I realized.
Island of Dr. Moreau. It's gone bad.
It's Orson Welles. It's like
very-
late
it's
Orson
late-
Welles.
You there, Catboy. I think you'll find that escape is quite impossible from my contraptions.
I have no intention to escape, sir. We're here to parlay.
Now, just because you were asking who is this person beyond their voice, Sir Omric Gladstone is one of the 9 powerful wizards, sorcerers, magic users who, since the days of the Shard Treaty, control all planar travel between the 9 known worlds. Lady Casilda, Morgana Le Fay, Oberon, Titania, the sex wizard that Tom Walker played. All of those characters, if you remember, Austin Powerful, they're the planeswalkers. This is one of them.
I'm a planeswalker, and if you would like to go somewhere, you'll need to get through me.
Yes.
Another thing to know about Sir Omric is that he does not answer to the King Priest of Minas. He is an independent figure who is, because of his hereditary title, like his father before him, is able to operate with a measure of complete independence from the Shining Court of Hestavar.
Yes, I'm something of a freelancer, you might say.
But not even a freelancer, a all-powerful creature who doesn't travel unless he absolutely needs to, although he does have a sumptuous keep in Elysium.
So less like a freelancer and more like a trust fund baby.
Like a million. He's a kind
want.
of I guess he's like a billionaire. He's like a
Wow.
he's a Richard Branson. He's a Richard Branson type, really.
Would anyone like to go on my balloon?
I'm picturing like Freddy from Talented Mr. Ripley, like that Philip Seymour Hoffman character.
That's a great character. I don't hate the idea that he has a balloon. Yeah, he.
Yes. I'm
He's just sitting there eating the sand from the sandbags.
Should we continue this meeting in the balloon?
Yeah.
I had a man build me this balloon here, and when it was done, I said, this is the most beautiful balloon that's ever existed. And the balloon maker plucked his own eyes out so that he would never make a more beautiful balloon.
Yeah, I wish he hadn't made me do it, to be honest. And there's just another guy sitting behind on the bench with
You
Gerudo.
were richly compensated for your eyes.
I mean, it's a fair cop. I just feel like I can't enjoy my fabulous wealth because I can't see.
He's just got 2 like diamonds in his eye sockets.
Ding ding!
So, Lord Castellan,
Yes.
we have gone to great pains to come before you today.
All right.
And may I present my friend and a child of destiny, Bethany Smiles.
One of Destiny's children.
Heaving and groaning.
I'm the one who went on to have a solo career.
Heaving and groaning, Sir Omric gets up off the bench, delicately places his huge frost-covered greatsword to his side, and with one hand reaches out to take your tiny hand in his, and with his other hand reaches over to his hot balloon and pulls on a leather cord as the engine comes to life and starts filling with air.
Enchanté, my dear.
Can you handle this?
Oh shit, we got a raid coming, by the way.
Welcome, Raiders.
Hello, thank you. Thanks so much for the raid, Burrows Red. If you're just joining us, we are playing a game of Dungeons and Dragons we've been playing for 2 years, and we're trying to find a way back home to Elysium.
I am Brian Blessed.
Essentially. Basically, yeah. Sir Omric Gladstone.
I take Sir Omric's hand and I bow politely and I step onto the balloon.
Okay.
Would anyone else like to ride in my fanciful
I
balloon?
thought. So where are we going in the balloon? Just to clarify.
Oh, this is just a joyride.
We need to get to Elysium right now.
Okay, well,
No one goes to Elysium without Sir Omric's say-so. You're still going to have to convince him, and it seems like he wants you to go on a ride of his
All
balloon.
right. Well, I guess we go in the balloon.
the thing about this
all
balloon
aboard.
is the acoustics are incredible. And
What?
There's some songs.
We need somewhere to speak privately. I think it's a good
Okay,
idea.
right. Let's get into the balloon.
Where are you going up if you're in the center?
It's a great question. And as you all get into the balloon...
Charlie and the Chocolate Factory situation, the roof opens.
Yeah, that's right. Sir Omric
Up and
takes out
out.
what's basically a kind of garage clicker, and he hits the roof, and it opens like an iris, and you can see a shining silver tunnel that leads straight from the heart of Prime out to the surface through the entire substructure.
Can we see all the friends and enemies being made along the way?
Well, as you begin to lift, you realize that yes, there's the enchantment on the sides of the tunnels means that you can see into the Prime domains. It's quite distant, but through the slightly hazy, slightly milky structure of the walls. You can see the Matterhorn towering over Fortune's End. You can see the Stygian Trust in the distance over the 10th Circle, and even parts of the Narrows twisting and winding their way around as you slowly ascend, I guess.
There's no place like her. There's no place like her. There's no place
Also,
like
it's
her.
quite cramped. It's clearly the balloon was designed for less people than there are, and Sir Umbric is quite large. And he's taken his sword as well, which is the space of another person.
Is the horse there?
I'd like to go for a joyride every now and again, yeah. hey, Sir Ulrich, what's the thing I always say? What's the joke I always say? Oh, no, do the joke, it's very funny. Do the joke. And as they rise out through the iris in the middle, he just goes, Thunderbirds are go! It's very funny
Now-
if you see Thunderbirds.
And how has he seen Thunderbirds, Hank?
He was in a limo.
No, he wasn't. He wasn't in a fucking limo. You can't use that line.
He's a planeswalker.
Yeah, it's-
No,
He's a planeswalker restrained by this Shard Treaty. There's 9 worlds that he goes
Yeah,
between.
But also the horse said that joke.
Oh, that's true.
no, I'm
So Sir Umbric is like, I don't understand.
His delivery is so flawless. Yeah, it's a naturally talented orator. Yeah.
Okay.
Sir Omric, we are in a very big hurry. I apologise for speaking to you with such urgency.
No, it's fine.
How do you feel about the coming infernal roar?
Oh, I mean, it doesn't affect someone as powerful as me or Bruce Lee. I come and go as I please. I kill who I want. I have a big sword.
It's true that you will probably survive the war, but I will just stop you there, Hing, and say that Sir Omric, as Lord Castellan of Elysium, does have an opinion about Doom coming to Elysium.
Of course, nobody likes Doom.
You are role-playing a character who has responsibilities in the world to powers greater than themselves,
But is
and
a
I would
billionaire.
ask you to remember that.
Think of them as ABC management.
Well, nobody likes Doom, do they, you know? None of us want everybody to die.
Well, sometimes efficiency dictates, or at least pragmatism in the shape of changing governments.
I mean, you might well say that. I couldn't possibly comment.
So, Omric, when was the last time you were?
I feel like he's eating Jaffa cakes. The little paper bag.
When was the last time you were in Elysium?
I went there about 4 weeks ago for a vacay.
A vacay, and things were in good order.
No, they were horrible, but I stayed at one of the fancy resorts, you know. It's nice there, you know. I mean, the problem when trouble starts, it doesn't affect my areas necessarily.
He goes on to say, he looks at you, Bethany, and he says, but I suppose you've realized that I do know who you are, Bethany smiles. Just because I don't answer to the King Priest means that I don't know that they're looking for you.
There's a lot of water cooler talk around you, Bethany. I read all the trade papers, you know. I'm well versed in your escapades.
Word is that you destroyed the Aegis Orb and doomed Elysium, and by rights, if I do as the King Priest asked, I should probably take you directly to him.
Toss you out of this balloon otherwise, that's my option. You can choose.
What if I told you that it was in fact the King Priest who broke the Aegis Orb? It was in fact the King Priest who is terribly, terribly corrupt, and the King Priest has made a deal with the worst demons of hell for them to ride on Elysium, his own personal gain.
Well, I never.
That's quite a claim, he says. But that's unfortunately all it is. It's your word against his. And he's, well, the King Priest.
Well, as it happens, Lord Castellan, we do have proof of an agreement.
Well, if you have proof, bring it forth to this balloon court.
It's just, I gotta say, when I was planning this scene, I did not think that it was taking place with 6 people and a horse crammed into a hot air balloon.
Balloon court is wonderful.
He opens the base of his sword and pulls out a little gavel.
And the whole balloon goes,
Yeah, it's like it's a big sword, and the pommel
pommel,
stone
yeah.
is actually, now you realize, just a gavel, and there's a loud pop as it comes out.
Takes a sip from the concealed
He
bottle.
presses a button on his helmet, and a little judge's wig just sort of rolls down.
In the Elysium justice system, there are 2. No, please, I would love to hear the evidence of this claim, Bethany, Kit, or Butu.
We have a document, Bethany, if you will, present it to the court that outlines an agreement.
To the balloon court, please.
To the balloon court, please.
If the balloon court would please observe.
If it pleases the balloon court.
To Exhibit A.
Very awkwardly, Bethany, because
Sorry,
again...
we've forgotten our stenographer. Can we go down and get her? No, sorry, we're in a rush. I apologize.
The horse pulls out a little typewriter.
It's fine, I'm short.
He's doing it in binary. It's just
It's got a 0 and a 1.
0 and a 1. Incredibly fast.
So fast.
It's so fast. He's making a website.
And so very awkwardly, because Bethany's hands are essentially pinned to her side because it's so crammed inside the basket, she shrugs off her cape, and underneath it, tied to her back, are the heavy metal plates that held that construe the title page of the King Priest's contract with Asmodeus. This was the contract that he had signed to receive power
Trembled.
untrammeled.
Trammeled?
I like that.
Yeah.
Power untrammeled in exchange for betrayal of Elysium.
Well, look here, there's some sort of exchange for power untrammeled.
Now, I don't think you could take him off, so I think also Bethany just sort of turns around very slowly.
Well, if my eyes don't deceive me, this appears to be some sort of document of legal origin, suggesting some sort of relationship between the highest forces of the Elysium Guard and also the most hellish demons.
That's precisely correct, Your Honor. And if it pleases the court...
Balloon court?
I would like... balloon court. I would like to call a witness.
You may.
I call to the stand Bethany Smiles.
Thank you.
Bethany, have you ever met the King Priest Minos?
That is correct.
And would you call him a trustworthy figure?
No, he's a real son.
Arrest my case.
Well,
But you would...
and now for the defense, Kit Gingerson, I believe.
Well, as a court-appointed defender of the person in question, the
You're
guard.
not the court-appointed defender of the King Priest.
Oh, yeah, of the King Priest. All I can say is that I am court-appointed, and I feel, were it not my duty as an officer of the court to do so,
Which it is.
I would spit in his very face, given his ugly nature and terrible misdeeds. But of course I may not, being as I am court-appointed.
As you can see, Your Honor,
Well, this is beginning to seem a bit like a kangaroo trial, I have
it's
to
a
say.
balloon court.
Kangaroo
It's a balloon court.
Cannot be clearer than this. This is very interesting, he goes on to say in a voice that only him can do, to be honest. But we all know that documents can be framed. We all know that lies can be made. We all know that witnesses who in themselves are on trial can lie to protect themselves. You were charged, if memory serves correct, with not just destroying the Aegis Orb, but for killing the Paladin of Salune Lalandril inside the White Tower of Argentil. The only witness that saw it was the King Priest himself. But if you didn't, then where is she?
Your Honor, may I approach yourself?
You're pressed into his bosom.
Let me just shift around that side so we keep the balance. Okay, is everyone...
Yep, no, it's fine.
Okay.
Yes.
The question of Salune is, of course, a troubling one.
Yes.
But would somebody who had been charged with destroying the Aegis Orb, of removing the feather of Azrael, bring that same feather back to the Lord Castellan of Elysium with the hope of returning it to the Aegis Orb?
Well, I guess I would not, but I don't see the feather here, so I can't...
I'd like to draw your attention to Exhibit B, Your Honor.
This is highly irregular. Highly irregular. Objection, Your Honor.
Oh, what's your objection?
Objection to this new piece of evidence not being entered in the register.
May I just take a sidebar with my court?
They should have been added into police round weeks ago.
Oh, I'm outraged. This is highly irregular.
Meanwhile, just I want to be clear that down in the Shard Citadel, there is a very angry court-appointed defendant of the King Priest who is going to write an amicus brief about the fact that it's bullshit that he was not allowed onto the balloon. He's also a horse, correct?
He's also a horse.
I didn't study.
I bring out the feather and hold it in front of his face.
Why, this feather looks magical. This feather looks like it's from Zariel's own body.
What?
Coat?
Wings?
Wings.
Where do you think the feather came off the body?
The,
Tail. We call it a tail.
Probably from the eyes. It's an eyelash.
Yeah. No, remember, this was pre-fall relic. Zariel used to be an angel.
Oh,
These are feathers from Zariel's pre-fall wings.
What did we do with that infernal turtle?
Oh, that's why my backpack has been smelling.
The rotting soul
There's
of
a cage inside Bushu's apartment that does not have any water left in it.
Oh boy. Did we keep it? Or we don't remember.
I think you've left it somewhere.
Do they
along
have
the
to
way.
do a persuasion check, Dave?
I think they do with advantage.
Do we do a group one?
Yeah, you got a group once. Everybody roll.
Does everyone roll with
2
advantage?
dice?
Yeah, with advantage. That's correct.
16.
13.
16.
16. Okay, you just passed the DC 15 check. And Omric Gladstone looks at you, and then his face breaks into a broad smile, and he slaps you on the back of the thing, knocking you into
Oh,
kit.
Jesus.
Almost off the side of the thing.
Sorry about that. Well done, Bethany. You have won the Price is Right. You have won Balloon Court for today. Your prize today is...
Wait, is this being... Are there cameras?
No, no.
Are we on Balloon
Is this
Court?
being judged?
This is Balloon Court?
No, the cases are real. This is Balloon Court.
Presumably some fucking, I don't know, cherubim and seraphim or whatever the fuck, with magical cameras appear materializing around the balloon, and you now remember, of course, that magical Feywildian TV show Balloon Court that Bushu always acts like he hates but actually secretly fucking loves.
Yeah.
Your prize today is an Audi A4.
Fuck's sake. 2 years! We have been doing this show for 2 years. You have just taken over NPCs and you are running it into the fucking ground.
The Audi A4 is the prestige motor vehicle of our time. He
gives you a car. There's a fucking car appears. It teleports, materializes beside the balloon, and then immediately falls and smashes into a tiny fireball.
I'm so sorry, it would burn up on re-entry, but
When we rehearsed this, we hadn't taken off
How
yet.
high up are we in the balloon?
By now,
40,000 feet.
Space?
Are we in space?
you
Dave?
have flown up at that. As you say that, you crest over the lip of the tunnel, and you can see for the first time the beautiful border ethereal cosmos that shines like a chromatic river, shining in all directions. You can also see now from outside that Prime seems to be just a perfect chrome sphere. Other than the tunnel that you've come out of, and now as you come out of it, the iris closes and recedes into near invisibility. The Prime itself seems to be nothing but a featureless, devoid sphere, like small. It's much smaller than you thought. You can see the curvature of it. It's got real Le Petit Prince vibes, but and in fact, it seems almost smaller than it felt on the inside now. And the only thing allowing you to breathe is that you can see that there is a kind of glittering canopy over your heads of stardust that it seems to be holding an atmosphere in place as you now hover above the sphere of Prime, and looking around, the Lord Castellan, with a single tear in his eye, breathes in deeply, and as he stares out and points in one direction, you can see twinkling in the distance, suspended in air, floating islands that must be Elysium. And like a jewel from this distance, still sparkling, though that's tiny, a point that must be Hestebar, the shining city that can be seen from all sides.
Is that where you want to go? Elysium? You want to leave me here in my balloon by myself?
No, you should. We don't. Could you take us all the way, please?
I already called you an Uber, but okay. No, I guess I'm just a level 16, whatever the fuck, but I'm also a taxi. Cool.
If anything, sir, we would like you to join us, though you are above the fray, as it were.
Did a mint, some water. Please rate me 5 stars.
And he starts the navigation towards Elysium.
And how does... Again, and I suppose then just a little... Because I never actually worked out how...
How balloons go forward?
No. I didn't know how he travels through the planes.
The balloon?
I guess it is.
The little propeller comes out the back end.
A tiny little propeller as he puts on a white scarf and a little pair of flying goggles, and the balloon is red. It's very important if anyone draws it that the balloon is red. And as he pierces through the canopy, stardust envelops you all like a hug as a perfect bubble breaks off from Prime, and as you tootle through the stars,
enjoy this magical experience.
Passing planes, you are all, each of you, filled with a sense
champagne bottle
of unbridled wonder as nothing
80 days.
but the majestic symphony of the stars surrounds you, and the tiny put of the little engine that could, piloted by the Lord Castellan himself, the Lord Sir Umric Gladstone, master of the stars. Thank you.
Oh boy.